you have to do is subscribe to the Vibe Tribe.
Have you ever been around people who have way more than you and they don't even like you? They're in higher positions, have more money, have a greater advantage, but they can't stand you. Asking yourself, what the heck did I do? That's when you know that there's a blessing on your life, because they see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. What you did is who you are. You better keep going.
On today's episode, I talk about how social media can help you free from domestic violence, male or female, and how it can hurt you if done the wrong way. They shared intimate details of marriage and divorce online. Did husbands kill them? Domestic violence experts say it illustrates how tricky social media is for survivors. Survivors who broadcast their stories publicly are often acting from a place of power, but at the same time, social media can empower abusers to strike, domestic violence experts say. That might have been the case with Sanaya Khan, a 29-year-old photographer killed by her ex-husband after posting intimate details of their divorce to social media. Just days apart, two women were killed by their ex-husbands after calling the men out on social media. On July 18th, Sanaya Khan, a 29-year-old photographer from Tennessee, had been shot dead by her ex-husband. And on July 20th, YouTuber Dana Atalaya was killed by her ex-husband on the side of the road in Hawaii. Her ex-husband, a Marine, then tried to kill himself. Both women posted extensively on TikTok and YouTube about the inner workings of their relationships. Khan publicized intimate details of her divorce from Raheel Ahmed on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where she had upwards of 22,000 followers, and Alatabi detailed extensively to her nearly 170,000 followers stories of Brian Castillo cheating and abusing her. That these two women prolifically posted about their abusers on social media is just one of the striking similarities that these two back-to-back deaths have in common. Yet domestic violence experts say it's hard to tell conclusively whether social media aided or abetted their killings. But the deaths certainly present a noteworthy question that the experts project will be the subject of academic and legal inquiry for decades to come. What role does social media play in facilitating abuse, and how can victims of abuse navigate that? Social media is a double-edged sword for domestic violence victims, told insiders. See, on one hand, survivors who choose to broadcast their stories publicly are often acting from a place of power, just ensuring that survivors have a voice and that they can share their experiences for themselves and for the general public as part of holding abusive persons responsible. It can be very empowering for survivors to share their stories, take control of their narratives, and display strength. For example, after being in a relationship where they were perhaps routinely sidelined or belittled. But at the same time, social media can be harmful to survivors, enabling abusers to easily track and exploit knowledge of victims' whereabouts and next moves. Khan, on that day of her death, according to the longtime friend Grant Moore, was going to move out her Chicago apartment back down to her hometown in Chattanooga, Tennessee. She had posted an update to social media informing followers of her intent, according to Moore. See, Moore wondered whether Ahmed had been particularly motivated to strike that day because he had seen the post and believed it could have been his final opportunity. If he was able to see that, Moore said, he would then know, okay, this is my last day where I will know exactly where she is. See, abusers who are called out publicly might often choose to retaliate. Speaking out on social media and drawing attention to abuse can give a victim more weight on their relationship, which can rile abusers because they constantly seek control. By posting about a behavior, the victim is exercising control over the situation. And anytime you exercise control, you risk escalating that abusive person. In the cases of Khan and Alatabi, excuse me for the pronunciation. Both women gained increased attention online as they shared their respective journeys. So for those women and for other victims of abuse who choose to speak out publicly, the question might not be whether they're at risk encountering their abuser, but rather when it'll happen. If somebody is making a living using social media, said Jocelyn Anderson, a Penn State professor who focuses on domestic and sexual violence, the risk of their abuse, being able to really easily identify them and find them and figure out what they're up to at any point in time, certainly going to be heightened.